Hey team, welcome to another episode of Dojo Rescue. We are here rocking and rolling. I've got the team here with me. We've been, over the last couple of weeks, talking about marketing specifically. We've had some great advice from Eddie with the online stuff, some great advice with some internal stuff, with referral-based stuff as well. So now I think we're going to segue to the external. And I think like most people think there's two lines of marketing, online and offline. But if you're not careful, you will miss some of that offline stuff, meaning you've got referral, but you've also got the B2B, like all the business and the strategic alliance stuff that you have out there to get yourself out there within the community at various levels. So, Graham, what are some of the areas in a martial arts business owner's community that you can reach out to? I know schools and businesses and stuff. What do you reckon?
I think, look, you've got to identify first what's going to be the best use of your time, where you are in your life cycle of a business, and what's going to give you the greater use for that ROI financially as well too. So we tend to go, look, hit the school fates first, hit and build those relationships with events in your local community. Because if you're in front of a school fete, for example, and although we say business to business, a school is very much considered to be a business in this sort of space. We reach out, we connect, we put on a presentation, you're there in front of that entire audience, and guess what? You're speaking with the clientele, which are parents, they've got kids, there's families. So your time invested in that may give you greater dividends than necessarily going and business to business with, let's just say, the butcher up the street. Now, I'm not saying that relationship won't work, but if you're looking at what's first, I would say hit up the fairs and the fates, and then obviously build your list of all the other businesses in and around that area that you may want to target that are going to be, actively, targeted. Like we do a lot of gift vouchers and stuff like that. So it means that you're connecting with them, they've got some material, they're promoting you, but you're not heavily involved having a store and it's not time commitment. So first ones, if you're going to use your time, be in front of the fates, be live, be there, answer questions. And then there's another tier, which is those Willy Wonka tickets, which we'll, I'm going to let you explain on those ones. Yeah.
I'll ask Eddie, like with your experience from your business and what you've done in and around this area of reaching out to other businesses, what's worked for you? What's happened? Do you have any ideas on this?
Yeah, look, I always look at it in a bit of a tiered sense, depending on the size, because we are talking about startup dojos with almost zero clientele or 0 to 5 sort of thing. Then maybe up to 50, 100, and then bigger places, right? So while if you're a bigger dojo, you might be going out to schools or fates and that type of stuff, some of that will cost money, right? So maybe you don't want to spend that money if you're in the lower tiers, right? So at that lower tier, my first port of call is what I call old school influencing, right? So like there's this new thing online where people are thinking about influencers. Okay, we've got to get online with them. This person's on Instagram with 1 million followers. Let's get our gloves in front of them or whatever it is, right? Now the problem with that for low size or local area marketing is you just don't have the reach, right? To have this big purchase suddenly, right? So if you're selling a t-shirt brand and you're across the whole of the US or Australia, great, right? You get in front of someone, you get a big chunk of purchase, you've got all their details, you can remarket to them, right? But what about the old school influencers of going, well, let's give the local principal a free membership with their family, right? Because they're the figurehead and then it flows down and that's free. So if you're looking at your very ground level dojo, why not get in 4 or 5 of these type people that are in leadership influencer communities or the top of sporting communities? It could be PE teacher at school. Those people who are in front all the time of their community and are going to add your journey in as part of it, right?
I like it.
That's where I'd start with the first level. Then you might go to the lower cost reach outs, maybe doing school talks that are free and they're getting a value add for your school talk, and then maybe the higher level brand spacing stuff. So I'd tier it.
Awesome. I'm going to add to that because that's sort of like, we keep talking about the Willy Wonka tickets. The gold Willy Wonka ticket, and the whole community's going crazy. They want them. So what we've done in the past, and to add what Eddie's done there before, is like we would go to a business, right? And we would hit up that business owner, the influencer, or that principal, and say, look, we're within the community, this is who we are, all that sort of jazz. And we go, what we'd like to do is offer you as the owner free training for 6 months. You and your family, by the way. But also what I'd like to do is offer your staff, all your staff, 3 months for free. So if we get 6 months, it's like, wow, it's awesome. It's like 3 months or a month or whatever, half price. And then what I'd also like to do is offer all your VIPs. So let's just say this business had 500 clients on their list or whatever. I said, I want to offer 50 VIP tickets. This is where the golden Willy Wonka thing's like, get something really done up nice. Ask the person, it's not going to be like it's going to look like that the business has bought them off you. So it doesn't look like it's just been a gift and hand on, because it doesn't mean as much.
No.
But when that Willy Wonka ticket is all gold embossed and it's a VIP, it says you have thank you very much for being the best client for Bill's Butchers down the road, right? And he gives that out to 50 of his top clients. Say, look, I value as a client, you keep coming in here. I've got hold of these vouchers for the value of $500, and I really want to give you one of these. I've only got 50. Thank you for being an awesome client.
Yeah.
So there we go. We've influenced the top and his family, the staff, but also then getting the opportunity for him to promote that at the ground level to all these clients.
Yep. Look, it's a pretty amazing thing there where there are certain, I guess, projects that you do that are very easy to influence, and it's sort of working behind the scenes without heavy involvement in time. And then there's other ones, as you said, that you need to kind of, put some legwork into and get out there in front of people. I think it's a combination of all, especially when you've got limited resources financially, is a big part of it. I certainly love the ideas of offering that free service, because you as a business owner, you've got to remember, if you've got one person in class, the wage bill is exactly the same as if you've got 10 or 15 or 20. Obviously, as you start getting up in numbers, you may want to get more people involved, but obviously if you've got more numbers on the floor, there's probably going to be a good effect of having more income come to the business. So it's, don't think of this as being, oh, geez, I've got a cost to do this embossing and do. Think of it like an investment. It is going to pay it for you guys in dividends later. So honestly, these are just smart business ideas to really start giving you guys good results and financial security as well too.
I put it down to you got two options as a business owner: either front up your money and do paid advertising, or sweat equity. Get out there on the ground level and do your footwork. You know what I mean? And a combination of both is always good, but it all depends on where you're at with your business. If you're just starting out and you've dumped all your money into setting up, and you've got nothing, you've got to do the footwork.
Phil, we've done this, and Eddie, we've spoken about this at length. And jack of all trades, master of none. Man, we got plenty of guys listening and watching and going back over the last 3 videos. We've given some absolute gems, but I guarantee there's blokes that are just sitting there and doing bugger all of each. They're going, it's not working. Well, come on, you've got to, like Phil said, either put your money up, pony up, and actually do the paid advertising and really put some effort into that, or sweat equity, like I said, get out in front of people and put your effort and attention into that. Now, yes, leveraging and being able to do both eventually is going to be great, but seriously, guys, don't kind of half do it and then complain that it's not working, because it's energy in, energy out.
So let's give them the exact strategy, right, for this week.
Yeah.
Okay, if your target market has a lot of kids and you want to fill your dojo with kids, let's go out and use a phone, because first of all, the phone is way more leverageable than actually driving to school.
Yep.
Call up, get the details of your principals, and send them a gift pack, right, of some sort. Might be a voucher to join with them and their family, some gloves
could
or uniform, something like that.
From Phil Britton.
Send them Phil's book.
plug.
All this sort of stuff, right? Send them a tangible pack, and then follow up on them. See if they got it, when they're going to come in, book them in, and do that to the closest schools in your area, right? That will get you out to start with, and you'll already build your little network, right? If you're at the hustle stage. Yep. Further on than that, if you're at a higher level and you want to actually do some paid advertising to leverage your time a bit more, same thing, but you probably need to leverage it out within your community. So you want to go into your actual classes, ask everybody in your classes what schools and what other bits of community they have or what businesses they own, and then reach out to those businesses as well. I'd also do IGAs. IGAs have a whole localized sort of brand to them.
Yep.
And you guys are the local sort of community centers in your different communities. If you're in a small town, and a lot of big dojos are actually in small towns, where they dominate the local community by being the community center, you want to sync up with your local IGAs, that type of thing as well. So those managers and their customers, that's going to be your start point.
Awesome. Look, wise words, guys. There's a ton of stuff. Honestly, we can't give you everything. We have tried, between all of us here, tried so many different methods behind this stuff. We've got some absolute gems that are going to work. There's some things from low level sort of stuff. You got mid level, which is where you got some money and some capital. High level stuff where, going on with what you were saying before with teachers, Eddie, there's some campaigns we're doing where we'll send at the end of a school term a gift voucher, or a gift basket to the teachers. Generally, it's loaded with goodies that aren't necessarily usually fruit and nut. They're usually bottles of wine and stuff like that. So the teachers start going, you guys are legends. We want to work with you guys. So, again, there's so many strategies we got there that'll help to build that rapport and relationship in your community and have people driving and running and bashing the doors down to be part of the school.
Well, guys, I would say stay tuned, because the next episode that we're going to have for you guys is how we're going to tie that in. Like, what is the marketing plan? How do we combine the online, the offline, the business to business, the internal referral, and all that sort of stuff? How you can make that work, how you can roll that out for a whole sort of 12-month calendar for your marketing plan. So stay tuned for that, guys. If you have any questions, if you want any topics answered, reach out to us. You can reach out to us via our contact page at TIMA.com.au. And also on our website is some free goodies and some courses and stuff like that to give you guys some runs on the board. So get out there, no excuses, walk on the ground, grind it out, hustle, do whatever you have to do, but do something. That's the thing. Ciao.